And let's stay with what could be the end game in Ivory Coast. Gunfire and explosions erupted today in the capital, Abidjan, where forces loyal to Ouattara took control of state-run television. The bitter rivalry began back in November. Remember, Alassane Ouattara won the country's presidential election, but the incumbent refused to step down. You're going to hear from the spokesman for the self-proclaimed president, Laurent Gbagbo, in just a moment. Right now, though, I want to show you where the fighting has been playing out. The yellow line indicates the former buffer zone that separated the pro-Ouattara forces in the north from pro-Gbagbo forces in the south. The conflict symbols show where there have been clashes in recent days. So what is the situation on the ground right now? Well, the UN says 1 million people have fled the fighting and hundreds have been killed. A short time ago, I spoke via Skype to Red Cross spokesman Kelna Panglong Shang from Abidjan about the escalating humanitarian crisis. This is what he said.
The majority of the displaced people, well, we have to be clear, the fighting in Abidjan has caused, because it was in several parts of the city at the same time, has caused not direct displacement as far as we can tell right now. These people are at the moment staying at home and trying to get cover. But before the violence actually arrived in the southern parts of Abidjan, when it was still localized in the areas of Abobo and Anyama in the northern part of the city and further north, there were huge displacements also in the west, where the troops from pro-Ouattara side came down from the western part of the country. There were estimations go in the hundreds of thousands of people who had been displaced. The large majority of the people found refuge at host families, where they have been accommodated for the first time. We have focused in the primary moment on the displaced people in transit centers and camps, makeshift camps, where we assisted about 20,000 people in the past with essential household items, and also access to water. Sanitation is a problem. Then the medical care is a huge problem. Obviously, some hospitals inside the country have been abandoned due to the fightings, and then they need personnel. Obviously, we installed mobile clinics in the western areas of the country at the border to Liberia. Now in Abidjan itself today, some suburbs have no electricity and no water, and they can't get out to get something to eat. So the situation is dire at the moment.